Let's take a look at this problem. Assume that annual sales of a small manufacturer can be modeled by a linear function that sales were 10,000 in 1988 and 32,000 in 1993. Let x equals 0 represent 1988 and f of x represent annual sales, and write a formula for f of x. Okay, well, they tell us that sales equaled 10,000 in 1988, and that we had 32,000 in 1993. Now, they tell us it's going to be a linear function, and a linear function is always of this form: y is equal to mx plus b. We just need to know what our m is and our b. Now remember, m is a change in y over change in x. So change in y over the change in x. Well, they're telling us a change. They're telling us it went from 10,000 to 32,000 over this time period. Now they even give you a little bit more of a hint. They tell you, say, let x equal 0 represent 1988. So 1988 is x equals 0. Well, think of the passage of time from 1988 to 1993. Well, that's 5 years, isn't it? Which means if I add 5 to the 0, then I'd have x is equal to 5. Okay. And they tell us then, let f of x represent annual sales. So this is going to be f of x. And remember, another letter that corresponds to f of x is y. And this will be f of x, or y. So it looks like each one of these gives us x and a y, which means we have 2 points. This point is 0, 10,000. This point here is 5, 32,000. Now that we've mapped these directly to x's and y's, we can use our formula. Remember our formula. This is our first point, so I'll label that as x1, y1. This is our second point, so I'll label that as x2, y2. And our formula says m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Well, 32,000 is our y2 minus y1, which is 10,000, over x2, which is 5, minus x1, which is 0. Yeah, I don't have my calculator. That's great. Hopefully it won't be too bad. If I mess it up, then plug it in your own calculator, see what it should be. 32,000 minus 10,000 is 22,000. 22,000 divided by 5. I could bring up my emulator on my computer here, but it'd take too long. I'd have the problem easily solved by that time. So it looks like 4,400. So m is going to equal to 4,400. Now remember our steps for finding the equation of the line. This was step 1. Step 1 was to find m. And then step 2. We got y is equal to mx plus b. Plug in the given point for x and y, and plug in the m from step 1. Well, the easiest point is this first one. This is x and this is y. And this actually, we're going to see something happen here. So if I put 10,000 in for the y, m we said was 4,400, times x, which is 0, plus b. Well, 4,400 times 0 drops away, so we got b is equal to 10,000. What are they giving us here? They're giving us the y-intercept, aren't they? So I didn't even have to do that step. But okay, step 3. Write your answer down. Answer is going to be of the form y is equal to mx plus b. M we said was 4,400 x plus b, which is 10,000. So our answer, our linear model, is y is equal to 4,400x plus 10,000.